Hello, everybody. Welcome back to welcome back to the day of endless technical difficulties. We're gonna try this again to see if we can't finish out the episode today on this next Facebook Live post. This is Crumbling Keep presents Tales from the Tower, Conan the Thief, Episode 3, Part 2. The longer you watch us, the longer the name gets.
That's funny, because I was thinking at the beginning, like, that's quite a name there.
Yeah.
So, what you missed. So, our heroes were going to talk to Hazir,
who is the figures, and he runs the King's Court.
Mm-hmm. And
the Shadowzar
treated as actual royalty.
So what you didn't get to hear there, because our last feed ended while we were still gung-ho playing, was they began to talk to Hazir, and Hazir was basically said, "I heard you are plotting against the Guild of the Staff Bearers." To which Ulrika, what do you want to explain what happened?
Yeah, he said, I hear that you're plotting against Urquat and the cult of the Staff Bearers. And Ulrika said, I wouldn't say that we're plotting against the cult of the Staff Bearers. I just, I worry as a lifelong citizen of Shadowzar, a member and appreciator of its many fine guilds, that Urquat is trying to undermine the fine structures that our city has in place. And so I did roll to see if I persuaded Hazir that it's not that we're his enemy, we're just concerned about what he's up to. And unfortunately, my persuade roll was not good, and then I have a talent. I failed my persuade roll, and I have a talent that allows me to roll one additional d20 on a failed persuade roll, and the one additional d20 I rolled was a 20, which means a complication to this already complicated scenario.
Mm-hmm. So that said, rolling back into the action, Hazir stands up, and the relaxed attitude he had when he entered suddenly dissipates, and his face forms a grimace. Everybody out, except for you. And he points toward the 1,000 hands. And all of his servants start clamoring out, and consorts. The only ones that stay are 2 guards. One looks like they could very well be the twin of the person that was at the gate outside. The other is pretty much not swaddled, but completely obscured by cloths and wraps, and their eyes peer out from a slit in a hood.
Specialty guards.
Those ones, yes.
Yeah, okay.
And they stay, even though he said everybody out?
Yes. Mm-hmm. He points a finger at Ulrika. You don't talk anymore. Hazir does not listen to you. Now the rest of you, we drop the bullshit now.
Absolutely. That's going to make it easier for all of us to get to the bottom of all of this. Now, listen, we're not directly saying that we outright oppose these guys, but we are worried about their takeover of long-withstanding establishments within the city. So that being said, we're thinking perhaps that maybe we should be focusing on fortifying ourselves against this upcoming cause rather than worried about infighting. Their ability to already have taken down the spiders should be alarming to even some of the more well-established guilds within the city.
Well, then perhaps, if you want to unite instead of divide, you can tell me what the Thousand Hands did outside of the city. And he is going to attempt a persuade roll. One person can make a discipline roll to resist. And I am going to spend a doom on that.
Who has the highest discipline? Mine's 11.
I don't...
9.
Mine's very low. I'm easily manipulated.
I mean,
Okay.
I have decent discipline, but I've also been told specifically that I don't talk anymore, so I'm just going to settle my mouth shut.
Okay. So if does anyone have higher than an 11 for the willpower and discipline?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay, then I'll do the roll. I guess. It's
You're
up to
doing
me.
most of the talking anyway, you know?
Yeah.
2 successes?
3 successes.
I
That
will
was
spend a fortune
Okay.
point on this. Yeah, and then I'll make my roll.
Can we assist, James?
No.
Let's see.
So that's 3 successes.
Yep, that's 3 successes.
Okay. So, Ramesh, whatever your response is, you can feel the sweat running down the cracks of your fake stomach, soaking your real one. As you can see, like, you see the 2 guards, and you're pretty sure he has more around. Alright, go ahead and give me a response.
We were on a mission, procuring something that would help us in the upcoming troubles that are bound to be happening with the Cult of the Staff.
Nice.
Then perhaps you would like to convince Hazir to help you as well.
Oh, Your Majesty, I would be honored.
Yes, well, and he eases a bit as you apply the proper respect.
I say, my lord, I'm not coming to you today asking you to trust us. I'm simply asking you to work with us. And there's a big difference there, because when you work with someone, that's how you earn their trust. Alright? If you ally with us against the upcoming conflict that is bound to be happening with this wand cult, we can let you in on the privileged information of what's actually going on here.
He looks like he's contemplating something for a moment, though you're fairly certain he knew his answer long before you came in here.
Yeah.
Perhaps. But Hazir needs something that maybe the Thousand Hands can get for him,
Oh, of course. Our specialty is procurement.
So I have heard you have many hands and many pockets, as it is.
One might say 1,000.
Criven laughs nervously.
Yep.
Ulrika gets just a kind of tight, someone might call it a smile if they weren't paying too much attention.
Hazir seems pretty satisfied with this. Punts and Hazir, they're cool together, you know? There is a certain ledger that I could use. Perhaps you could get it for me.
Where's the ledger from?
It is in the bedroom of Morak. He keeps it in a nightstand there. It is locked, but such things I'm sure won't be a problem.
Please. Of course not.
If I had that
Can
in
you
my...
spell that for us, James?
Marock. If I had such things in my possession, I could see to it to lend support.
I think this can be arranged.
Well, then I think our business is
And I
concluded
say,
for now.
And Benz, I'll let you in on the full story. And I reach out my hand.
He reaches down and shakes yours.
And I do the kingly kiss or whatever that's necessary.
Right, I see.
Mm-hmm.
He grins,
And-
showing a mouthful of grimy teeth.
Yep. I say, a pleasure, your majesty. We'll be on our way.
I will see you soon, Thousand Hands.
Great. I leave, and as soon as I'm out of his sight, I wipe my hands of all the gross filth that I just touched, and touching his hands, and make sure we get the hell out of there.
Criven gives another plie and leaves.
Ulrika bows appropriately to his quote-unquote station.
He seems pleased by that, despite his earlier yelling.
Yeah, I'm certainly not going to make enemies for myself by refusing to give someone their proper protocol.
Alright. Time to head back to the storefront and plot this next part out. So we need to figure out what we know about Morak, what we need to know about Morak, and how those of you that are equipped at breaking and entering can get in and get out of there.
Is Morak a city?
It's a person.
Oh.
But we need to get into this person's bedroom specifically, which might mean an outside climb to something, but it might be someone to case the joint once we figure out who and where he lives.
Right.
Does this person live in Shadowzar?
Yes. So,
Okay.
to jump ahead a little bit, so casing the joint out, it's a walled-off estate. There are 2 stories to it. The wall itself seems to be patrolled fairly commonly by guards, and there are 2 guards at the front door. You don't know what the inside looks like. Any other reasonable questions you have before we jump right into the heist?
How tall is this wall?
The wall around it is about 8 feet.
Okay.
Solid or
Is it-
bricks or stones or
Stone.
Is it topped with broken glass? Is it
Rusty nails.
spikes?
What is Morak known for trading? Like, what's his ledger? This guy's obviously some kind of businessman. What's his business?
Like so many
Not
in
the
this
wrong person.
town, a lot of things. You
Okay.
know, a little this,
A little bit of
a little
this,
that.
a little bit of that.
another big name with enough money behind it.
I've got a lot worked out if we want to Ocean's 11 style this.
As far as climbing goes,
You know, I'll go talk and create a distraction.
and surely we brought some climbing shoes and picks and stuff for me and Calimere and everybody else.
Obviously, you did that.
So there's a wall, and there's the outer wall and an inner wall, you said?
No, there's just the outer wall. There's the outer wall of the estate, but then there's there's the building itself.
Cool.
And that's 2 stories, you said?
Right.
Yeah, I think that we can, split half and half and easily have, some of us trying to lie our way in / distract the guards while others... excuse me. While others scale the walls.
All right, so paint me a picture. It's nighttime. The cool desert breeze is blowing through the town. The city, rather. Tell me what your approach looks like.
I would try to go in the least used alley closest to the estate, or one that maybe runs right next to it.
Yeah.
Or if at all possible, from the rooftops of an adjacent building.
I would think that'd be best. I almost feel like climbing to the top of the building and breaking in through the second floor and going down.
So it's
right.
There's the outer wall of the estate, and then there's gardens. There's not a building close enough you could leap from one to the other.
Okay.
How many entrances are there as far as the gate goes? The wall around the place?
There's just the one main gate.
And then probably a little tower at each corner. More or less.
No towers. He has people pacing inside, but there's not room for guards on top of the wall or anything like that.
It's just a stone wall.
Right.
Okay. So maybe if we approach from one of the sides, try to climb the wall and help all of us over? Or are we trying to split up?
I mean, if there's just the 2 guards,
There's 2 guards by the gate. There's more patrolling inside.
There's more patrolling inside, okay.
Right.
Yeah. Cool. Well, Ramesh, you're wanting to go talk to the 2... You're thinking about talking to the guards?
Yeah.
Yep, cool.
That'll be I'm gonna go talk to the 2 guards up in the front.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go with you on that.
Okay.
Cool.
So the 2 of you approach the front, and there are 2 guards on the outside. They're both kind of leaning against the wall. One's picking their teeth. They straighten up as they see you both approach.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do my usual heavy breathing with the fan out and stuff. And what time of day are we? Do we run this heist at?
Nighttime.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, nighttime.
I say, oh, good evening, gentlemen. Oh, I was wondering if Master Marak was available. I need to speak with him about some urgent business matters.
You look a little sweaty, friend.
Yes, it's been quite the day.
I am not.
And then I look over at Ulrika and I say, "Hasn't it, dear?"
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to make a lore check using my common ground skill to see if there are any if I've done any work that has involved Maroc that I can reference with these dudes.
Nice.
Okay, so 4 successes. And that talent says that any momentum generated may immediately be added to a persuade test. So I'm going to say, oh, it has been such a day indeed. I know maybe you all remember at last year's New Year's feast, you got a little bit of extra silver in your bone. That was actually connections from my friend here. I think he has found something else that Maroc might be very interested to hear about. Something that we need to speak with him about right away.
And I'm sure this good news would yield an extra bonus for someone such as yourselves.
My bad. I forgot to add in my momentum. So
Oh, shit.
3 extra d20s.
Get it.
Okay, so total that is 4 successes on the persuade.
They look at each other. Well, I'd help you if I could, Ms., but he's not home.
Oh.
Well, where is he? We must speak with him at once.
He's gone on business away.
When will he return?
A week?
This is
a few days?
Oh.
So meanwhile, what are the rest of you doing?
That's not good.
Kali and Kriven are likely...
So scaling this wall with climbing shoes and grappling hooks.
Mm-hmm.
Probably on, if they're at the front gate, we're probably on, the next gate, if they're at the north gate, we're at the east or west,
Okay.
When we get to the top of the wall, take a look around. Go ahead. Thievery?
I was going to say for climbing, give me an athletics.
Athletics?
Yeah. Give yourself a bonus die for the shoes, unless there's other rules you can cite that you know of.
It's only for kits and tools. It says it's kind of up to the DM's discretion. You can either give bonus momentum that comes after a successful roll, a re-roll of a dice, or reduced difficulty. Kind of.
Okay. That's fair. Well, let's give you reduced difficulty then.
Right.
Okay.
So this is going to be a simple test, meaning it's a difficulty 0. So anything you make is going to be momentum.
Nice 2 momentum.
Kriven is going to use a fortune point. Worried about his own personal abilities to make this happen.
Am I correct that we already have 1 momentum? That's what the counter says.
Well, after that lore check, we probably have a bunch.
Well, that lore check, my talent says that I have to immediately spend that momentum on persuade.
Which, I'm going to say the difficulty for that was 2, so feel free to add whatever momentum you had.
And then, with my fortune point, I rolled 2 successes.
I'm glad you've used that fortune point.
Okay, so that's going to be 2 momentum. And, being as it was a difficulty 0 test, that roll 0 would have actually got you over. But it would have got you a momentum. Anyway, so the 2 of you are standing on top of the wall. Are you making any attempt to hide yourselves?
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, you know what comes next.
I'm going to use 2 momentum.
I'm going to use 2 as well. Might as well use that momentum we got, 2. Nice. 3 successes.
Okay. Wow.
Calamir got a bunch.
I'm going to give you both a difficulty 2 on the test, so take your momentum.
Whew.
Like
4 momentum? Is that what you said?
it's a difficulty 2, so I don't know what your tally is, so you figure.
I used 2 and got 1.
So So, like ghosts, you creep upon the top of this wall. Neither of you making a sound, crouched low in the darkness, avoiding any point of light. Your movements are subtle and would probably be unrecognizable to most, but Criven and Calamir have worked together a lot in the past, and they see their subtle shifts to where maybe the shadows are a little darker, the way they roll along the outside of their feet when it's necessary. The near stumbles upon loose rocks that turn into graceful, sweeping steps. That it's a beautiful thing to behold if you know what you're looking for. But you're silent as the night.
No, I would say we're definitely creeping towards these guards.
In the front?
Well, are there ones in the main building?
That's inside of it. And you see one pacing inside of the wall, coming toward the wall that you are on top of. On the inside, you don't know.
All right, how far from the wall to the main building is
Moderately. A zone.
Oh, okay. Well, then we'll have to get over the wall, down, and move to the building.
Mm-hmm.
So, at the front of the building, what's happening there?
So do we have any reason that we need to be moving into this building at all?
You personally?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, okay.
Not necessarily.
Have our guys have made it past these guards at this point anyways?
You've seen them go up the wall and disappear.
Okay. Are these 2 guards and still a threat to them getting caught at the moment?
That's completely up to them and what they do.
Okay. We don't quite know that yet.
Okay.
Like if they start coming up behind these guards, yes, they'll be a threat still.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so based on my lore check on this, job that I did for Marak before, do I know, does he have a deputy who might be here, or a wife who helps with the business, or is there some other person that we could theoretically ask for to get easily admitted into this building?
It's very unlikely that there's anyone with that type of power.
I'm just curious, is this estate more of a house than anything? Or is it more like a business front or something like that?
It's more of a house than anything, but it's a large house. It's, borderline mansion.
Alright.
So he's gonna be gone for a couple of weeks. Why not just close the front doors and take the night off?
They chuckle.
I mean, who's gonna know, right?
If he gets back and anything's missing, he will.
I mean, like, what's there to miss? This place is a fortress. I would just take the night off, he said, rolling 2 2s, giving him 4 successes on a persuasion. Yielding 1 bonus momentum on top of that.
What do I want to set that difficulty at? You know, I'm going to set the difficulty at 4 because that's a tough sell. But then I am going to spend 1 doom on top of it to raise the difficulty 1 to 5. They look at each other like.
Can I spend? What about that momentum that I get a bonus momentum on persuasion checks? Can I?
You can't spend.
Oh wait, well I guess you made it. It wasn't successful anymore because you destroyed it.
Right. Well,
you ruined it with your face.
Freaking doom. Doom.
Can I spend any of our tokens in response to you? Like, can I dance back with some momentum?
Not after initial roll is made. You
Uh,
have to spend it all beforehand when it comes to adding dice.
that sucks.
All right.
All right, fine. They look at each other.
And they seem to be on the verge of like, and you see the second one like shake their head menacingly. No, it'd be my head if anything goes missing. Look, I'd like to help you, but shrugs his shoulders.
I mean, it's not us you're helping, really. You're helping yourselves.
Yeah.
Well, wait, says the one who is shaking his head no. What kind of information do you have, and what do you need him for?
Oh. Well, I recently came into some Atraxian silver, and I needed someone of much much more skill and higher status than myself to be able to help move it. I'm just not capable. I needed someone with much better connections.
It's, you know...
Do I need to lie?
Really, has seen it all in Shadazar, has seen all the comings and goings, knows all the ins and outs. You seem like you've got sharp eyes.
Alright, one of you can make a persuade and the other one can assist.
I just rolled 3 successes on a persuasion.
Alright, and I will roll an additional d20 to assist, is that right?
Yeah, you can add a d20 to...
Oh, nice.
That, I think, is...
2 more successes?
2 more successes.
Is it based off of my persuade or your persuade if you're assisting?
Based off of your persuade.
Yeah.
Okay, well then it's 2 more successes.
So technically, for an assist action, it would just give you another dice to roll. But that said, how many? It's
like, go away.
So the difficulty's 3.
That's
he got 5.
So that's going to be 2 momentum. Well,
I'll spend one of those momentums to completely break down any mental defenses that they might have against any sort of logic or reason, and then I'll put the other one in the bank.
Well, where is this silver?
You really think I'd tell a couple of tough guys like you? I don't want you coming in and roughing up all my guys and taking it for yourself.
Well, I might have the eyes you're looking for, if it's worth it.
Yeah? Well, you can come with me if you want to go take a look at it, but, you did say you weren't willing to leave your post, so we can just, go find someone else.
Barth here can hold down the fort. Isn't that right, Barth? Barth looks at him like, kind of like, Yeah, why don't we take a walk? It is a nice night.
Okay. Let's go take a walk then.
So
start heading towards the vineyard.
So
where people never come back.
The vineyard is like half a day outside of town too.
That's where the silver's hidden.
Oh, okay. You actually want to take them there? Okay.
And that's if they didn't specify if they wanted to go right now. Let's look at it. So start heading that way.
Okay.
I don't care. It's leading them away from the city. It's leading them
totally.
away from the gate right now. I don't care where we're going.
Totally. All right. So inside of the wall.
Let's lead them down convenient stabbing alley.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
I think we just lost Brad.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go take a pee right quick. And
Yep. Oh, there he is.
Oh.
Yep.
Hello.
I really gotta pee though, so I'll be right back.
Okay.
So, James, it sounds like one of the two guards is wandering off with Ramesh, or are they both wandering off?
One is.
Okay. The other one is maybe not the sharpest tool in the shed. And then there are also, various guards kind of patrolling the inner courtyard between the wall and the house.
Truth.
8, you said?
I didn't give a number.
Okay. Ulrika is going to, ask if, since I'm going to be here for a little while, do you mind if I go sit up against the house and keep my eyes out?
I'm not supposed to let anyone in here. I don't know.
Ooh, I'm back. Sorry.
Well, you're also not supposed to walk off on your shift, but hey.
Go ahead and give me a
This is all between us, right?
Go ahead and give me a persuade.
Persuade. I'm gonna spend a momentum on it.
Okay.
3 successes.
Okay. That's exactly what you needed. Well, just don't cause any trouble, huh?
Of course not. Trust me, you'll thank us later.
He pulls a large iron key out from the folds of somewhere and unlocks a door, and the gate swings open with a loud creak. So meanwhile, on top of the walls...
Kalimir keeps a lookout as Driven drops down.
Yep.
Alright. Criven, I don't think you're going to have any... You know what? Give me a difficulty 0 acrobatics test to drop.
Acrobatics?
Mm-hmm.
Do we have any momentum?
We do. We have 5.
So all you have to do is not roll a complication.
I'll spend 1.
Okay.
2 successes with a complication. Can I give you 1 doom, please?
At this point, yes, you can give me a doom.
Yes.
Taken
2
care of.
successes. So I guess that's the success I needed to get that momentum back.
Any successes you just roll, they're going to be momentum.
Oh, okay, so
it was a simple
plus 1
task.
momentum.
You got 2 successes, yeah? So it's going to be plus 2 to momentum.
Cool.
You got 3 successes, didn't you? Isn't that 1, 2 successes, and...
Yeah,
yeah. So that's 3 momentum.
Sweet.
So we're at 7 now?
Yep.
So
Nice.
you drop silently off the wall, rolling when you hit the grassy ground below, not making any sound.
Right when I land on one knee and give a signal to Calimere.
Nice.
Oh my
4
God.
successes. He slips down. Instead of dropping, he kind of like slips down, almost walks very quickly, and does a nice little roll to pad his descent.
And you both see the estate laid out in front of you. The guard that was pacing the wall has since passed you.
Okay. Make our way up to the building?
Yeah, to the front gate in particular, I would say.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So we're just going to take out the guards?
Or like the front door of the house.
Yeah.
Is that what you meant? Okay.
Yeah, go for the front door, and I guess there is the one guard left. Maybe we could just take him out and just hide him behind the wall right quick, or in a planter box, perhaps, nearby.
A convenient pile of hay.
I mean, this is an estate, there's probably some nice landscaping and stuff, right?
There's definitely some gardens going on. So you make your way up to the front gate, where you see Ulrika walking with one of the guards toward the building. They don't seem to notice you.
I thought we were going to slip into the building and then back out.
You tell me.
Yes, we don't have to kill anyone.
No.
If it looks like we're getting right in, then
It'd be much better than trying to...
yeah, fight our way up.
Yeah. So yeah, we make sure that they're okay, I guess, and then make our way back to the building.
Mm-hmm.
Stealthily.
And how's that look? How are you getting into the building?
Is there a nearby window right by the door?
Or maybe columns?
Yeah,
that
there's
could
totally
lead to
columns.
a
There's
balcony.
100% columns.
So maybe we can shimmy our way up the column to the second floor.
Yeah.
So that'll be in athletics.
I'm using a fortune point.
Me too. And a momentum.
Yeah, same. Oh wait, I got 4, right? So,
Thank you, fortune point.
oh man,
Athletics isn't my strong suit. Acrobatics, that's one thing.
so that's 4 successes for me.
It was a 1 difficulty test, so apply momentum as needed.
Okay.
We are maxed out on momentum.
Boom. Calimere, what's up?
I was going to ask, James, are we maxed out on... Is our max momentum 3 per player, or it's just the max momentum is 9?
I believe it's just straight up 9.
Okay, cool. Never mind. That's it. Go ahead, Brad.
So you both find yourself on the balcony of this building now.
We're on the balcony? Is that what we said?
Yes, after climbing up the columns.
Are there any guards immediately around us on the balcony?
There are none stationed there.
Is there a door? Or multiple doors?
Yes, like on the balcony going in, yes there is.
Do we see anybody inside?
shadows or anything.
Give me an observation.
I will spend 1 momentum on that.
Same.
Bam. 3 successes.
Nice. 3 as well.
Okay, so there you don't see anyone, but you can hear soft voices. And I am spending a doom for reasons that I don't want to talk about.
Of course you are.
How big is this patio? Like, are there like tables and chairs and everything on it, or is it like a little thing?
There's no furniture on there. It's large enough where it could. It's pretty empty. You could probably fit like a dozen people up here if you crammed them all together.
Okay.
I get up to Calimere and I say, let's get near a window and listen. And I start running to the edge of one of the balconies to like kind of shimmy across the side.
All right.
To kind of get off the balcony but get on the side of the building. You know.
So, Ramesh.
Yes.
Are you indeed walking to an alley with this person?
How close is Tariff's bar?
Reasonably.
Okay. I'm gonna take him there instead.
Okay. So you reach... Okay, well, yeah, we'll say this happens a little in the future from where they are right now, but you reach the bar with the guy, and he's been doing nothing but talking up his abilities the entire time.
I explained to him that we're going to be meeting the contact here in the bar. He's very hush-hush about it, talking up how secret it's going to be and stuff like that. My plan is to get him into the bar, get this guy a drink, and ask the bartender to put in something that makes sure he doesn't wake up again, or doesn't wake up for a good long time, and then piece the fuck out of there.
Nice.
Okay. Let's see. How do I want to run that?
I'll slip the bartender a whole gold for this action.
Ho ho!
Give me a... We'll just have you make a society roll.
Alright.
And that will be you putting this whole plan into effect subtly.
I got a 1. Success.
Okay. I mean, it's an allied bar, so we're going to say this isn't hard. The bartender isn't necessarily a stranger to these things.
Nope. And I give him a whole gold for this.
Which he covets.
Yep.
And the gent that came with you is sitting at the table drinking his drink. Yeah, Marak, he has money, but he relies on guys like me. Guys who actually know what they're doing, how to get things done. Guys like me know how to get things done. And his head falls heavily onto the table.
Cool. I get up and leave. I say, sorry about the mess, and leave, because why not take a time to make a Han Solo reference?
Nice.
He flips a gold and catches it in his hand. I think I can clean it up.
And then I head back to Marak's.
Ulrika, you are sitting in front of the front door with this other guard.
Have I noticed? Let's see. I'm just gonna try to, keep talking this guy's ear off, essentially. Not necessarily anything in particular, just, keeping him
chatting and distracted. Okay.
Nice.
That's going to be a simple test. And we will make it... I'd say society or council, unless you want to argue anything else.
No, I'm happy to roll society. I am going to spend a momentum on it. Cool. So, 4 successes.
Which is 4 momentum. It was a simple test. He was pretty much already sold. So, what do you do?
And I, start talking about, I'm just really into, old jewelry, and start, kind of blathering on, and then, name dropping a little bit. Just some, vague enough chit-chat that he knows that I'm connected, but not trying to get into anything too meaty with this guy. I'm just trying to keep him distracted.
Which you're doing a great job of. He's captivated. So, on this balcony, you're listening for voices, and it just sounds like two people talking, a man and a woman. I could take a nap, and it's not like anyone would notice. I wouldn't. Someone will tell him about it. Maroc has ears in here. Yeah, you got that right. Alright, I'm gonna go back downstairs. And you hear fading footsteps again.
This is us. I keep cutting out, so I had to restart Hangouts. So I think I missed your transition.
You just heard 2 basically guards talking.
Okay.
And one
and it sounded like one of them just walked away downstairs.
It sounds like a great time for a garrote.
I'll provide cover fire, my friend.
AKA the situation improver.
There's one door here on the spot.
Yeah, just one door inside.
So I'm going to take the moment to use the exploit action. Figure out his movements, exactly how he's going to go. And find the right perfect time to slip in and wrap that wire around his neck.
And I'll assist him by opening the door and pushing it open so that he can run in, both hands on the garrote, just ready to go.
Nice and silent.
Okay. Go ahead and make those rolls, and let's see what it looks like.
Are we doing a stealth roll here?
I'm thinking no. I'm thinking just an attack roll will be necessary with the distance and everything.
So I'll just be lending a d20 here?
Right.
On melee, you said?
Yes.
Alright, I'm going to use a fortune point.
Nice.
Well, you get three a session, I mean...
Yeah, may as well, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Roll 20's acting weird. I'm going to load back in real quick.
Okay, so I'm going to also use a 2 momentum.
So you can only roll up to 5 dice.
Yep, so I can roll 4 dice because the fortune is 1 dice that's rolled as 2 successes.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Just making sure we're at the right number.
Yep.
And my assist dice.
Oh, take the doom.
No, I'm not taking the doom. You kidding me?
Hold on. Let me make sure.
My roll was a success. Perfectly.
So for assistance, the person making the roll is supposed to roll all the dice.
Oh, is that right? Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. You just give them another dice to which to roll with.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not gonna work.
All right, so go ahead and roll damage, and you can tell me what this looks like.
All right. What does the exploit action specifically do? Emily, you remember?
It
gives you piercing 2 on your attack, and every momentum you spend on your attack also gives you +1 damage dice. If I'm not mistaken. Here, let me... the action breakdown list is on page 113.
So 113. Playing an RPG.
Turning through page.
Let's look that up between sessions and get some dice rolling. If that's okay.
I'm working on it, man. I dropped out for a minute there.
Yeah, I just, we're listening to some pages turn and everything here.
Okay.
Yeah, so it is just if you exploit and then immediately attack someone, you get piercing 2 to your attack, and every momentum you spend on the attack also gives you +1 damage dice. And that's all exploit does.
So I get 3 since I used, or rather 2 momentum for my dice.
Yeah,
the
those
attack
also count for a damage dice.
Oh, wow. Okay, so I get 2 extra damage dice.
Yeah, without spending momentum on your damage.
Okay.
So remember that when you roll damage, pretty much.
Okay, +2.
And 2 effects.
Yeah, so 6 damage, 2 effects.
No, the effects are...
It's Unforgiving 3. I actually have the page up right here.
Okay, and as well as Vicious 1? Or no, that's the axe.
Unforgiving, you exploited him. So, exploiting someone, Unforgiving gives you Vicious 1 and Intense for your attack. And since it's Unforgiving 3, the effects are actually Vicious 3.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so I got 12 points of damage.
Okay, so Yurka wrote... So yeah, tell me what this looks like.
What does he... Where is he in the relationship to the room?
You can set this scene, man. You tell me.
Okay. It's the bedroom?
No, it's a hallway.
Okay. I imagine he was just talking to the other guard, so he's like down by the stairwell, and as soon as the other guy's out of sight, Kriven opens the door, with his hand that's not holding the bow, and Kalimir slips in silently, takes some nice long strides, silent though, and just as the guy at the top of the steps stops speaking to the one that just went downstairs, he gets a wire slipped around his neck, and Kalimir, using bending down just a little bit to get a lower center of gravity and pulling downwards behind him, digging his shoulder into the guy's back, is takes him down.
And as he's there gasping his last breaths, your complication comes into effect. I'm going to spend 2 doom to boot. You hear a voice from the stairwell. Hey, I forgot to... Wait! Kriven, you still have your action. Well, actually, no, I guess you technically spent it to...
open the door.
So I will at least say it's a new round before this person, the woman he was talking to before, can take her action. She's also a guard. So I will give the PCs the turn here.
Everything's fine up here.
Kriven, with his bow, just immediately, as if he was waiting for this moment, the possible interference, he lets an arrow fly right at the stairwell where this person will be walking up if they were coming up the stairs.
Alright, give it to me.
And I will spend a fortune point on that, my last fortune point.
This really fucking sucks.
And how much momentum do we have?
A lot.
Sweet. I'll spend 3. I'm going to make this happen. 5 dice. Wait, no. 2. Because I'm spending a fortune point. Sorry. So that's 5 successes with my fortune point.
Alright, give me some damage.
I'm going to re-roll one of those damage dice for my talent. So that's 8 damage, 4 piercing. I'll spend all 3 of the momentum I just got on damage. So that's going to be 11 damage, 4 piercing.
Yeah, that wait is the last word they get out of their mouth before an arrow goes completely through them, and they drop on the stairwell.
And Kriven's going to start running into the room to hopefully grab that body before it rolls down the stairs, unless it's pinned to the wall.
No, but it doesn't roll. It falls flat on the stairs and doesn't fall.
Nice.
Kriven's still going to run up to the stairs and do an observation check.
Okay.
In hopes that nobody heard that or nobody's nearby or anything like that. And I'll spend 2 momentum on that.
Kalimir tries to, quietly slide the other guy out of the way, wiping off his garrote before he puts it away.
Kriven, you don't see anyone else there.
Cool. And Kriven grabs that body and starts pulling it out of the way of the top of the staircase, and also grabs his arrow out of the wall.
It is since shattered.
Oh, okay. Well, he's still grabbing the body. Anybody who stands at the bottom of the stairs won't see a dead body at the top.
Sure.
Pretty much.
Okay. What's next, guys?
Then we're not speaking any words. We're signaling using hand signals.
Nods.
Having worked together. Yep. So Kalimir nods toward the room, presumably the bedroom.
How many doors are up here?
Just the one.
One? Okay. Kriven drops the body that he was dragging out of sight and starts moving right towards that door at Kalimir's mark.
We stack up next to the the room, give it a listen.
Silence. So you creep inside and you find the bedstand just as noted. And it doesn't take much to get it open and grab the ledger in question. With the ledger in hand and your great stealth rolls, you don't have any trouble getting back out of the building and bring it back to Hazir, who is quite pleased and is willing to side with 1,000 hands of fortune.
Nice.
Yay.
Woo!
So we will do some carousing next week. And hopefully we will not be befret by so much technical difficulties. For anyone that did stick by us through this, thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Make sure
Yay,
that you're following us on Twitter
yeah.
at Crumbling Keep, Facebook at Facebook/Crumbling Keep, our website, crumblingkeep.com. And thanks for checking us out, everybody. Have a great night.
Yeah, see you next week.
Bye.
Night, guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Woo.